Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on Everyday Beverly. Today I'm talking with Heather Kolwich. She is a neighbor that I have been following on Facebook and Instagram for over the last year. She is such an inspiring person. She is a health and wellness coach, and her journey has been documented since last year in January, where she just started off with this really determined mindset to lose weight and get in shape, and throughout the year has just shared so many different hacks and ways to make that happen, and not just about weight, but about eating well and mental health and just a good mindset, positive mindset. So I'm so glad to have you here today, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Could you just tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start this journey?
Sure, and thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
Well, my story started really a couple years ago. I found that I was overworked full-time. I still work full-time though. Overwhelmed, mom of four, really finding myself with a lack of energy, gaining weight, feeling a brain fog setting over, just getting through the day, day by day, and not really thriving. And it got to a point where I really was concerned about my confidence had lowered. I was feeling just unmotivated. And I thought, here I am trying to be an example for my children and my family, and I was really worried that I was not being a great example at all, and I was worried about for my physical health and my mental health. So I made the shift. I found a program that I could follow and really dive into, and I did share my journey. And what I found is by sharing my journey, I was inspiring other people, and I found that people really wanted a solution. Not just a fitness solution working out, but a nutrition and a mindset solution. And that's what I provide as a health and wellness coach, is I provide many solutions that will fit in with what people need in their day right now.
And I think you're so brave just to really put yourself out there on social media, because once you're out there, people are going to be like, okay, what do you got? And so it makes you more accountable, but it also inspires others. So that takes a lot of courage to me. So what are some of the programs that you offer? Because I know I've seen these groups that you work with, and then I've seen you do some different things like preparing lunches, getting ready, kind of planning things like that way. And so could you tell us a little bit about the different variety of programs that you offer?
Sure. So it starts with either a 5-day free group or 7-day free group, and I have one coming up, which is turkey burn off. So if you guys want to join in, just message me, comment below. I'll add you to the group. I also do 21-day and 30-day programs, group programs, accountability groups. Within both of those groups, the programs that I offer, there's a couple of nutrition programs that I offer and over 70 workout programs that are offered. Now, these are all online. It makes it so doable. And that's the key thing, is when I made the transition and I was able to work out at home, I was able to see the results by just working out 30 to 40 minutes a day, around 5 days a week. But nutrition was the biggest thing and shift that I made. Not only working out, but really focusing on my nutrition and making it, when you mentioned like prepping and making lunches, I consciously think of what am I going to eat the next day. And because I'm a busy mom working, I pack my food in these containers, and I teach the challengers, the people in my groups, how to do that as well. Because if you, what is the quote? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
That sounds accurate.
That is really, really what it's all about. And then the accountability part in the groups really help people keep going, and it becomes a habit in this, the fitness and nutrition.
Right, and that's really what it is creating new habits in our lives. So you must get up pretty early to work out.
I do,
Yeah.
I do. I usually am up by 5:30 in the morning, but an important part that I try to share is before I even work out, I have a very specific morning practice. I call it an intentional morning. While the coffee's brewing, I meditate, and it's not a fancy meditation. I call it my coffee meditation. I just focus on breathing, or I may put an app on where it's a guided visualization or a guided meditation. I also take time to visualize. Affirmations are very important. Visualization works really well after meditation because there's an area of our brain called the reticular activating system that recognizes things that we pay attention to. And it's more open when to our visualizations of our goals. So let's say you want to become healthy and fit in the new year. You visualize yourself being healthy, being fit, packing your lunch, working out. Maybe a goal is to pay off the credit card debt. You're visualizing yourself, paying off that credit card debt. And when you link it to meditation, right after meditation, it's very powerful. So after I'll do that, I journal and I read a personal development book around 10-15 minutes. That whole process takes a half hour, and then I work out at 6. The working out in the morning is the way that I have found that I can get my workout in, because no one will make the time for me after school, after work. It's busy with the kids.
Yeah.
So that has been a really important thing, is to work out in the morning for me.
Yeah, that's really powerful. In order to set up a new routine, you really do need to figure out what time works for you and stick to that, or try to stick to that certain time every day. I find that too with meditation, that is important for me too. And then when your mind is calm and settled after you do your meditation, that visualization is powerful, I would imagine, because it's, you're not, your mind is slowed down, and you can really focus on just what it is that you want to see, bring to life.
Yes.
Yeah. And I did hear something that when you visualize something, your body doesn't know the difference between actually doing it and visualizing it, right?
Correct. Yes.
So that it's almost like it's happening. So it's a practice, in your mind is actually like practicing it in real life, which is really cool. So
and along with that, it's that feeling. You need to feel the feeling of feeling fit and healthy, paying off the credit card. How will you feel? That is the key point in the visualization.
Right. That makes it even more real and even more like you embody that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so rich. Well, thanks for sharing that, because I know that's going to help other people too. And so your group is an accountability group that's online. You have a variety of programs. You have a variety of exercises. If we were to do something like this at home, is there a lot of equipment that we would need, or what do we need to get started in a program like yours, if we were to follow what you're doing?
Sure. It depends on the program. Most of them maybe require 2 or 3 sets of dumbbells. Some, though, don't require any equipment. Something like PiYo doesn't require any equipment, just a yoga mat, a little space to work out to start. We have a really great yoga 3-week retreat, which is phenomenal. So for people who are just coming back after an injury, this is perfect for them. And it is 10 to 15 minutes of yoga. And then the other programs can range from 30 to 40 minutes. There are some equipment needed, like bands or sliders, but a lot of times those are included when somebody is ready to go ahead with a program. So not a lot is needed to work out at home.
So you could be at home, right? And you can do it when it's convenient for you. And but then you have the group support and the accountability piece, which is so important to keep us going.
It really is.
Yeah.
And especially getting into the holiday season, it's cold. Today we had snow. I didn't have to worry about getting in the car and going to a class. I could just go downstairs, press play, and get my workout in.
And make it happen. So speaking of holidays, can you give us some tips for Thanksgiving, for not falling off the wagon too bad?
And if you do for a day, that's completely fine. I always look at the 80-20 rule. But some tips for holiday, when you're getting Thanksgiving Day, you're getting ready to go to an event. Make sure earlier in the day you get your workout in, because move your body, burn some calories, but it also will just make you feel like you're not so sluggish. Get your workout in. drink enough water, around half our body weight in ounces. So if that's quite a lot of water, so make sure you're drinking it through the day. I love my superfood smoothie, so make sure that you have a good protein-rich superfood smoothie
Could you
before
share
you go.
one, maybe like in the comments below, like what,
And
maybe
yeah.
we can post something like that.
I
and
sure
just
will.
something for you to take with you tomorrow if you see this before Thanksgiving or over Christmas or
Yeah.
Hanukkah, whatever your holiday that you're celebrating. Yeah.
Yes,
That'd be
and I
great.
definitely can share my favorite smoothie recipe for you.
Yeah.
I'd also I can share a great harvest casserole that is a great one to bring. That's the other tip, is bring a really healthy dessert, or a healthy casserole to the event, and then okay,
You
this
still
I've
have
made.
something.
It's
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I also like looking at my plate, and I'll say, okay, maybe a quarter of it or half of it will be protein, and then a little smaller quarter amount will be the carbs, and then more of the veggies. And just be mindful. Look at your plate and use that as a guide. And go one time and fill your plate up. Take your time. We were talking before about mindful eating.
Yep.
Take your time when you're eating. Put your fork down. Really focus on the conversation you're having, chewing your food, enjoying your food, and then let your food digest before you go up for seconds. And then the treat table, what I always like to do is there may be 3 or 4 treats. I'm going to grab 3 or 4 desserts and maybe just have half of each one or a quarter to get the taste of it.
Right. Just to satisfy that, there's just, you don't want to deprive yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
No
Because
deprivation.
You do that and then it's hard to stay motivated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the programs, the nutrition programs, have a swap for enjoying if you enjoy a glass of wine or a cocktail, you can swap that into the nutrition plan, as well as the treats and the dessert. So it makes it really doable, no deprivation, and you can still follow along in a nutrition and fitness program through the holidays. Don't wait till January. Start now, and we have a lot of fun. I have a holiday survival group. I love the name, and we're going to be not just working out, but sharing really healthy recipes, tips, and strategies to survive through the whole season.
Right. And yeah, because it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You're changing something. You're adapting this new way of taking care of yourself and connecting with others so that you can do it together. And, if it's a lifestyle, then it has to be doable. It has to be balanced, and you have to enjoy it, right?
Exactly.
And I noticed that for me, when I changed my diet, that after a while, I don't crave the same things anymore. I crave healthier things, and like every once in a while I have a craving for, a little bit of dessert or something like that, but it does shift. So,
yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
The taste buds shift. You'll notice that things are so much sweeter.
Yes, I've noticed that. Yes.
Mhm.
You don't need the same amount of whatever you had before.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much. Now, Heather has followers from all over the place. She has people from Japan. She's from Canada, so she has followers from Canada. Where else did you say?
United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom. So it's amazing. So, what a rich group to be a part of. You might get recipes and ideas from all over the world. So it's exciting. And just to think that we can do that in our community here in Everyday Beverly. So if you have questions, I'll make sure that Heather's information is available so that if you'd like to know more and become a part of her group, I think it would be a great way to start off the new year, but even before then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Start before then, get in a little habit, and see how great you'll feel.
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving.
yeah, we'll see you again. Thanks for joining us today on Everyday Beverly.